Hello everyone. Welcome to Edulite YouTube channel. Today we are going to cover 10th Standard Social Science in Political Science, chapter number 21, India's Foreign Policy and Global Challenges. Let's see the question and answers in this lesson. Exercise I. Fill in the blanks with suitable words. 1. The architect of Indian foreign policy is Jawaharlal Nehru. 2. The World Human Rights Day is celebrated on December 10th. 3. India as a peace-loving country advocates universal human rights. 2. Discuss in group and answer the following questions. 4. What is foreign policy? Foreign policy refers to a nation's strategy in dealing with other countries. It encompasses the methods and principles through which a country interacts with the international community to achieve its national interests. 5. Which are the basic principles of India's foreign policy? The basic principles of India's foreign policy include non-alignment, not aligning with any major power blocs during the Cold War. Panchsheel, 5 principles of peaceful coexistence, anti-colonialism and anti-imperialism, supporting decolonization and opposing imperialist policies, peaceful resolution of conflicts, advocating for dialogue and diplomacy, support for the United Nations, upholding the UN's role in international affairs. 6. Which are the challenges faced by the world after the Second World War? Post-World War II, the world faced several challenges: denial of human rights, discrimination based on religion, race, gender, caste, color, and nationality, arms race, leading to global tension and insecurity, economic inequality between nations often due to colonial exploitation, rise of terrorism, causing fear and instability. 7. Mention the measures taken by India to protect human rights. India has undertaken several measures to protect human rights, constitutional provisions, incorporation of fundamental rights. Active participation in the UN, supporting the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. Opposition to social evils such as slave trade, human trafficking, child labor, and exploitation of women. Advocacy against genocide and oppression through international forums. 8. Arms race is a way for global destruction. In this backdrop, mention the result of the arms race. The arms race leads to global fear and insecurity, economic burden, diverting resources from development to armaments, threat of nuclear warfare, potential for mutual assured destruction, international treaties, efforts like the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, SALT, to curb proliferation. 9. What are the features of economically backward nations? Describe the reasons for their backwardness. Features of economically backward nations include lack of capital, insufficient funds for development in key sectors, dependence on foreign aid due to historical exploitation, economic inequality exploited by advanced nations, reasons for their backwardness, colonial exploitation draining resources and wealth, imperialism hindering independent economic growth. 10. Mention the measures undertaken by India to remove economic inequality among nations. India has taken steps such as advocating for unconditional economic assistance to needy countries, non-alignment policy, opposing neo-imperialism, promoting capital investment flow from affluent nations, supporting fair international trade policies to benefit weaker economies. 11. Describe the effects of terrorism. Effects of terrorism include fear and insecurity among civilians and governments, psychological impact, trauma and societal disruption, targeting vulnerable areas such as markets and transportation hubs, undermining peace and stability in affected regions. 12. What measures have been undertaken by India to tackle the challenge of terrorism? India has implemented measures like establishment of anti-terrorist forces, specially trained units, involvement of defense forces in counter-terrorism operations, cooperation with neighboring countries to restrain terrorist activities, continuous efforts by central and state governments to control terrorism, firm stance against terrorism in national and international forums. So we have seen the question answers in this chapter. If you like the video, please share, like, subscribe, and comment. See you again in the next video. Thank you to all.